Namaste everyone, this is Bharti here. I am the Chief Operating Officer of Access, which is an educational society, and we are tied up with different Australian colleges through which we give education at an Indian cost, where a bachelor's degree of a foreign country, a child of Indian origin can get with less cost. When we are talking about less cost, we are not talking about any compromise in the quality of the education. The quality of the education is the same, but you will be spending less money for the same. So we have started this new concept of college in 2019, for which Mrs. Selina Yubo, the then educational minister from Australia, has come, and along with our Labour Minister, Mr. Bandaru Dattatreya, have inaugurated our college in 2019 in A.S. Rao Nagar. And there was a foreign delegation also who came along with them to inaugurate this college. This is a novel concept which is not there anywhere in our country, where physical classes are taken care in our college environment, where the child studies directly from the Australian teacher at times and from an Indian assistant teacher at times, and they will be studying their first year bachelor's in India, and then they will be flying to any country of their choice for their second year. We have the syllabuses of engineering, various branches, and we have bachelor's degree of business and hospitality. So all these three are very good options when they land in Australia. So the first year, what did we do in our classroom? The first year, the child studies Australian syllabus with us, and ours is called Offshore Campus of Australia. The certificate is given by the Australian college, the syllabus is given by the Australian college, the assignments are conducted by the Australian college, and the assignments once submitted are also corrected by the Australian faculty and reverted to us. So the role we play is a facilitator in our classroom here. And as the Australian syllabus of the first year is going on, we also take care of English classes, where IELTS is mandatory for many foreign countries. The English qualifying exam also is trained by us for a couple of months, and the child takes the exam. So number of parents ask me, why should we take an option of studying 1 year in India when we are willing to send our child abroad for bachelor's? So there are 5 reasons where you should go through us. The first reason being that the transition of a kid becomes very, very easy, because when they are studying the 1 year with us, we teach them the Australian format of education, and they will be studying literally from an Australian college, and they will be listening to an Australian lecturer giving some lessons to them. So the language difficulty they will be surpassing, and they will also be understanding what is the form of Australian education and what is an assignment, how it should be submitted, and how it is graded. All these things they understand through the year, so the transition will become very, very easy. And the second most important thing is, all children of ours who are studying intermediate are minors when they are joining their first year engineering or first year bachelor's degree. So a 17-year-old child, when they land in Australia, they have different guidelines because they are minors. They even cannot do a part-time job also. So basically, a child, when he or she finishes 1 year with me, they will be a major by the time they have to fly to Australia. Okay, and the third reason is, you will be saving a lot of money, close to 50%. If you send a child directly to Australia, you will be spending 40 to 50% more amount on the same bachelor's degree, whereas you will save that amount if you go through me studying 1 year in India. That is one more reason. And the most precious of all is the time. If you're looking at the timeline, somebody decides to go abroad, let's say after their intermediate exam, and then they start studying for their IELTS, which will take, let's say, a 2-month or 3-month period, and then they file for a visa, which again will take a 2-month or 3-month period. Thereby, the child will be losing 6 months of their academic year in the process of going abroad. In our case, as the months are passing, the process will be done in the same academic year, and the system will be in place by the time the academic year is done, and their English will be there in their hands by the time it is done. So this is another important aspect of it. And many mothers ask me, our children are too young to send abroad. Okay, we'd rather prefer to send to masters. Who will take care of them in a foreign country? This question I have faced a couple of times. The mothers of the students who have already joined with me were asking me. So the answer to that is, we have a support structure in place in Australia. Govind Gazula, who is a partner of mine, is sitting in an Australian office there. So anybody who lands in Australia, they can take his help for anything, be it a part-time job or understanding how the university is run, or where they have to take an accommodation, or which places will provide Indian food or anything like that. Whatever need they have, he will be taking care of it. And keeping all these factors aside, we are an A to Z provider, in the sense the first year they join with us, along with the IELTS they are completed, and then we ourselves process their visa, admission, everything, and then they land in Australia and join into a college. And as the college is going on, we have a inbuilt support structure in Australia. And then after that is done, we will help them in filing their work visa, which is graduate skilled visa, which is for 2-year period. And once that is done, if they want us to file their PR, which is a permanent residency in Australia, that also we will do. But if you are talking about other countries, our support will remain only online, because we don't have our own offices in Canada, UK or European countries. Whereas in Australia, we have that support structure in place. But we do try to help our students after they land in these countries also with the connects that we do have. And then the next question a parent asks me is, why shouldn't we send our child for masters? Why should we send our child earlier? Okay. My answer to that question is, like, you have to spend the same amount of money at that point of time, and you have to spend the same amount of money at this point of time. Whereas your child will stop asking you for pocket money from the age of 18 or 19 itself, because they land there, they start doing a part-time job. So the dependency of the parent decreases at that early age. And one more thing, previously also I told you, time is a great commodity which will never return to us. So the 4-year period of engineering a child studies here, or a 3-year period of bachelor's that a child studies here in India, is the most precious period, where his or her intellect is at a rise. If you ask any scientist, he will tell you pretty clearly that 17 to 25 is the peak period of intelligence for a child to learn new things after his childhood. Okay, below infant stage, 5-year stage, before that. So when we are talking about the peak learning stage, and a child is going to a college here, the syllabus hasn't been upgraded from the past 10 years or more in India, whereas the syllabus is upgraded in Australia every 3 years. So when you are studying a upgraded syllabus, the knowledge will be more, and the syllabus is such that the child should study every day. He or she cannot pass an exam if they study 1 month or 2 months before the examination and go and write. It's an ongoing process where the grading is done cumulatively. So a child needs to study every day. So he will be learning something in these precious 3 years or 4 years. So I advise you to join the child now itself. Otherwise, after 4 years, they'll be going to masters. So this is the whole program which I have given you. We also have a very nice campus now in Gachibowli, which is at the center of the Hyderabad city, which has a hostel facility also for boys and girls, and which is a wonderful campus. You can visit this campus and once have a look at the campus also for taking in admission. We have a wonderful campus here now currently in Gachibowli. We have shifted our campus from ECIL. We are running some English classes in ECIL campus also, but currently we are running the Australian program in Gachibowli. Okay, by taking this Australian program, it will ease your way for going abroad. And our campus is very good. I would like you to visit it once and take a call. Also, there will be academic scholarships. Once they go abroad, there will be academic scholarships for the children basing upon their merit. Namaste everyone. If you have any queries, please call the number that is given below. This is Bharti signing off.